Hello people, my name is Rage and welcome and all back to my Goblins vs Gnomes journey to legend. And here we are on the precipice of rank 7. I really don't want to immediately drop to rank 8, that would kinda suck. And for the sake of variety, and for the sake of one of the coolest entry animations in the game, we are going to be having a go with Fordragon. Now this deck is... it's interesting. It's technically control-y, but it's got a nice mid-range spread, and it's surprisingly good at halting aggro with aggro. It's just a generally very balanced deck. Now, I didn't come up with the entirety of this deck. I took a nice Paladin base and gave it my own little spin because of my love of Shredders. As you can see, I just love Shredder, okay? The Ninja Turtles might hate him, but I really like him. And of course, Muster for Battle, a staple in every Paladin deck now. Honestly, it's just so strong of a card, despite looking kind of lame. And Knife Juggler simply because it combos so well with it. It really does. I've been playing this deck a while, and I really do like it. My heart still lies with Mechaments, because it is, of course, my Shaman friend, but generally speaking, I'm liking this. I'm actually just going to play the Zombie Chow here. The reason for that is I'd rather not give him the Knife Juggler for free. I'd rather give him the Zombie Chow for free when he's still on full health. Because, yeah, there we go. Unless he's got any Clockwork Gnomes, that's not really a big deal. 1 mana, oh, Annoyatron. That's kind of incredibly Annoyatron. I'm surprised he traded there, given that I had to get through the Annoyatron anyway. That's definitely a little bit surprising. I'm going to play the Knife Juggler, because the Annoyatron can't kill it for free with a Divine Shield, and if he trades the Mech Warper, then he doesn't have his Mech Warper, and Mech Warper is a very powerful card, and on the off chance it survives the turn, Muster for Battle, summoning 3 recruits, is going to fire a lot of knives in his direction. Yep, there we go. To be fair though, I was expecting something like that. I was thinking, likely we're probably going to see an attack buff up and Annoyatron taking it out. So I'm totally kind of just cool with that. So the thing is, I could Muster for Battle here, but he could trade, and I'd pretty much lose all of them. So I'm actually just going to play a Naked Defender of Argus just for the sake of putting something on the board, because I don't really have a better play. I kind of really need to get to Consecrate as soon as possible, but the advantage of this is that he would need 2 separate things to kill it, though it now, of course, is immediately getting Dark Bombed. I mean, this guy Fallen, clearly an excellent player, very good at just placing all the minions in his hand on the board as fast as possible, just, you know, because, I don't know, he feels like he's particularly skilled. There's always a bitter taste in your mouth when you lose to something like Zoo. There really is, and there's nothing you can quite do to get rid of it. Now, fortunately, this obviously isn't going to die to spells, and it can at least trade with stuff. I'm just really hoping for Consecrate. Like, I don't know why I'm not allowed to have Consecrate. He's actually trading. That's very good for me. And there goes that, which is a big deal, because if I do draw Consecrate, I can now just kill it. It doesn't survive. But of course, I am not allowed to draw Consecrate, so that's really lovely. You know what? We're just going to do that. We're going to hit, and then we're going to report for even more duty. We're going to have an army of 1/1s. Though I do have 16 health, and he has 10 damage on the board. He doesn't need too much from his hand. I'm hoping he's not rocking any AoE. I'm hoping we don't see another Knife Juggler, and if all those things line up, I might actually get some really nice tradage. Yeah, he is going to trade here. He realizes the threat of leaving all of these alive, and it is quite a big one, especially if I actually... Is he going to Dark Bomb one of them? He is. He really doesn't want to see a Quartermaster come down and take them out, so that has bought me much more time than I expected it to. That's really good. We get the Shredder out on the field, and of course, we now have Tyrion next turn. And if we survive to play Tyrion, which we might do, he's got 9 damage on the field, even a Doomguard wouldn't kill us, I'm not terribly concerned. If we survive to play Tyrion, we genuinely have potential to really bring this back, which would be lovely. Is he going to trade? He's not going to trade, which is even better, honestly. Ooh, we draw Bolvar as well, who is in the deck. Such a cool entry animation. So what are we going to do here? We need to make sure we're not killable to spells. So I'm going to kill the Mech Warper, just because I really am sick of seeing it. I'm going to get rid of the Yeti, just so he loses as much sheer attack as possible. Let's see what 2-drop we do get. Micro Machine, that is whatever. And then we're going to drop Tyrion, and we're just going to hope, with dear hope, that he doesn't have an effective way to deal with Tyrion. Because in order to kill him, he'd have to throw everything he currently has on the board into him, which is lovely. If he's drawn a Doomguard, though, which I think he actually has based on how excitedly... Oh no, Enhancer Meccano. Potentially horrible... Oh, he draws Divine Shields. That is kind of lame. I mean, fortunately, he still has to throw away that, and I do get the Ashbringer. But that could have gone a lot better. Consecrate is required to save this game here. Please. Okay, then. You know, I'm just going to accept that at this point. I'm just going to fully accept that Consecrate completely and utterly. And I'm just going to play Bolvar. Here we go. How cool is that? Now, normally the mouth of the lion opens and it roars. I'm not sure why it didn't there, but I cannot believe I top deck Consecrate there. That was very much incredible. We have something to trade with. We can freeze a threat. We're in kind of an okay position. I'd love to draw Lay on Hands. Deck, if you're taking suggestions, that's what I'd like to see. Rusty Horn, that is whatever. Oh, no. Are you serious? Are you actually serious right now? It didn't discard that, and he drew it. Just compound luck there. I mean, yeah, I got the Consecrate, but that is just very much lame. Like, really lame. I got a very unlucky opening hand against aggro as well, exceptionally so. Either way, the deck has still been performing really well. Not that you would know from what just happened, but you can't win them all at the end of the day. This is a game that is completely reliant on luck, so, you know, that's fine. You just got to pick yourself up, have fun, and just continue on. A Shaman, a respectable player. Turns out he's playing Wind Fury Rushdown. So we'll keep the Shredder, because we can afford to, because we'll get to turn 4 against a Shaman, I hope. And we'll see what else we get. Ideally, we want Quartermaster, which is great, and we want Muster for Battle, and it's almost an unstoppable combo. It's insanely strong, kinda brokenly so. Shielded Minibot, where were you last game, my 2/2 Divine Shield? You know, your excellentness for stopping aggro. Where were you at, can I ask? Just chilling, just doing things? Okay, that's fine. Doing robot stuff, I imagine. That is... It's fine, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm fine. We're facing Mr. Oli, our Shaman opponent, and I'm looking forward to this. A nice control versus control. If he, you know, ever decides on what cards he would like. Please, my friend, can we choose cards at some point? Like, can we? Can we do that? Yay! He did it. I'm so proud of him. I really am. Recombobulator! One of my signature additions. I think it's got such incredible value when used at the right time, and I happen to get a golden one, which I just took as a massive sign that I should be playing this card in as many decks as possible. The value you get out of it is just lovely. After something trades, being able to recombobulate it into something full health and potentially better is just lovely. For example, the 5-mana free that bombs a random enemy for 4. You use the bomb, you've got a free. That's not great for 5 mana. You recombob him, and then maybe a Sludge Belcher appears. Lovely, delicious. You've just gotten a lot of value out of that. I am going to Ironbeak this, and the reason I'm going to Ironbeak this is because if I left it, I'd have to hit it twice with Shieldbot, and he'd definitely get value off it. I have no other way of killing it. And in a control versus control, you really don't want to give your opponent a lot of cards. In Hearthstone, you're always playing around the fact that you've got health, you've got cards, and you've got your board control, and you want as much of all 3 over your opponent as possible, which isn't always you know, something realistically you can do, because you're always trading one resource for another. You hit something with a weapon, you're trading health for board control, or tempo as it's properly known. You play a Consecrate to wipe their board. You're trading card advantage for tempo. You ignore their board and kill their health. You're trading health advantage for a loss of tempo. You always got to think about it in how everything trades with each other and what's the best decision. But chugga, that is brilliant. A general way to look at it, that's a shame, is at the end of your turn, you want to have stuff on your side of the field, you want your opponent not to have stuff, and you want to use the least amount of cards, minions, and health to achieve that scenario. And if you can pull that off, you can do things pretty nicely. So we're just going to start summoning 1/1s here in preparation for the Quartermaster. We've no need to commit to anything ridiculous. We've got equality and concentration. Concentration, guys! You got to concentrate! Now, excuse me while I concentrate on a drink. That was good. Antique Heal Bot. Interesting. Not a brilliant card. Certainly not bad in Shaman, though, that does lack a lot of healing. So, yeah, I can see why he'd play that completely. We'll do that just because we can. May as well kill it for free before he gets more value out of it. We'll play the other mini-bot and keep our tokens going. We're really fine to just chill and just play it very slowly, because we have a lot better late game. We have abilities to turn this around with our big drops later on. We really don't need to overcommit to things. We really want to win with a swarm of minions that can survive a lightning storm. That's the best way we're going to achieve ultimate victory here. And the best way to get in that scenario is with a lovely Quartermaster and Silver Hand Recruit play. But we got to get to the stage where he's going to allow that to happen. And yeah, he is being sensible and preventing me from doing that as much as he physically can, which is definitely a shame here. I am just going to take out the heal bot for free. There's no real reason not to. And then probably, am I going to Bolvar? Do I really want to Bolvar? Do I really want to? Potentially, though I'm not entirely convinced. I'm just going to pass the turn again. Actually, no, well, do I want yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to play the Quartermaster just because I don't want him to have complete free reign. I want him to have to deal with stuff. And because I drew Lay on Hands, I'm confident that my cards aren't going to run out. So I'm happy to invest a little bit more into the board here, because no matter who he kills with this Fire Elemental, something else can trade with it, and I'm kind of happy about that. And, you know, the more things that die, the stronger Bolvar gets, though he is going to instantly get hexed or silenced. But, you know, what's great about Recombobulator is if he gets silenced back down to a 1/7, I recombobulate him into a different 5-drop, and Bob's your uncle. We get a really nice minion and value out of the deal. So I'm content with how this is going. That is absolutely fine. That was probably the best thing for him to kill, though all 3 targets were about the same. That is a shame. And for some reason he felt the need... Oh, got Healing Totem. Of course he did. He got Healing Totem. That is very much a shame there. So, oh, never mind. Suddenly, we drew a really nice card to answer everything that was happening, and we are going to knock the totem over. We don't want it to just keep generally healing up. We definitely want to reduce the stuff he has on the board. Shamans are good when they have stuff on the board. A boardless Shaman is generally an unhappy Shaman, and when facing a Shaman, you want him to be as unhappy as possible. Flametongue Totem, prime example as to why you want this. Hopefully, and he's going to attack that twice, which is good for me, because he's taking 6 damage, which isn't ideal for him. But we are now going to pop our first Consecrate. It's just too good value in this situation to not do. And then another 1/1, and we're fine to just pass the turn. Play the absolute minimum you can to get by, and just continue on powering through. He's already on 18, having healed up 8. And that's the thing, Shamans lack so much recovery, even with Vitality Totem, that you can just slowly grind them into the corner. I'm going to Dr. Boom before Bolvar, in the vain hope he's only got 1 hex in his hand, though I'm not convinced he's going to. It's totally going to get hexed, actually, isn't it? But the thing is, with Dr. Boom, even if Dr. Boom gets hexed, his boom bots still do work, and boom bots are the main attraction of playing him. So, there we go. Enjoy, Mr. Shaman. What are you going to do? Hex him? Yes, that's actually what I am going to do, Rage. I'm going to hex your 7/7, and you're going to die like a bitch. Wow. Well, holy, get with the attitude there. Bloody hell. Bloody hell, I say. That's fine, though. That's fine. Who are you going to hit? Go on, kill both my boombots with your last 2 charges. It'll be for totes good. An Earthshock being used on a boombot. That is brilliant. And there's the hex on the Dr. Boom. Again, fine, because he's just used a hex and a silence. Do you know what a hex and a silence are really good at stopping? Bolvar Fordragon. Oh, talking of Fordragons, there's quite a few on the field. And there goes my last recruit. But I'm still completely content with how this is rocking. We do have a 14 attack damage Bolvar here. He would have to trade both the Drakes, which is very excellent. End your turn, Shaman. You are done. You only have 1 mana. What are you going to do? Waste a Rock Biter. Maybe Lightning Bolt my face. Or go aft real quick, I guess. Just... that's fine, I suppose. Just a little. Are you okay? Yeah, no, we're just. That's fine, I guess. That's fine. True Silver Champion. What a lovely time for you to show up, my friend. Hopefully we bait out the final silence, and hopefully his other hex is buried deep upon his deck. Again, because I got lay on hands, I'm really not concerned with the late game here. I think it's going to be absolutely hunky-dory. Not used that in a while. Hunky-dory. It's good. It's good. It's out of here. It's good. It's golden. Taunt Totem Magic, that's a little bit annoying, but really not a big problem. Though if he ignores the Shredder, I am going to have to shred the Totem, which is a slight problem. That's annoying. And that's annoying. Though hopefully he trades the Harvest Golem. Thank you. That's wonderful. And who wants a Consecrate? It's me. Oh, Harrison Jones. Where were you when he had Doomhammer, my friend? Where were you? On the night of the 5th. No, but we are going to pop an Equality here, simply to trade with the Drake, which is his biggest immediate threat, and then we're going to heal up, draw some cards, and just be kind of good. Quartermaster, lovely to see, not worried about 4 damage on the board in the slightest. Was Bolvar on 16-7? And both Earthshocks are gone, so as soon as both hexes are gone, we are good to play him. I mean, probably some Crackles and Lightning Bolts will take him down, but that's still a lot worse than a really succinct Hex or Earthshock. That's fine with me. I mean, thanks for the 5 HP, I guess. That's just going to get True Silvered, which is okay. So he didn't have really that many good cards in his hand. Actually, I would really like a Consecrate here. I probably would totally just use a Consecrate. Ooh, Tyrion. Tyrion. Let's kill that. Do I want to play Tyrion? Basically, the question I'm asking myself is here. Do I want to get Tyrion hexed, or do I want to get Bolvar hexed? And the answer to that question is, I want Bolvar hexed. So off you go, Mr. Bolvar. Now, I have a feeling that in this situation, what's going to happen, and I'm calling this a little bit early because I have a feeling it's going to happen. I'm going to get randomly bullshitted with either a Mega Wind Fury attack or Bloodlust. I don't know why, but I'm just kind of feeling that now that I've basically won the game from this point, I'm suddenly going to die. And there's the Crackle, which may one-shot him, but I'd have to be exceptionally unlucky. And there's the Fire Elemental, so that's okay. That could have definitely gone worse. And he is going to trade there, which is really good for me. Now, he is hoping for Constantina. Knife Juggler. That's kind of... Do I want to do this? I kind of want to do this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I would have 1, 2, 3 knives to fire, which potentially gives me a lot of value. But he didn't Hex, which means he's either cleverly waiting for Tyrion, or he just simply didn't have it. So the question is, do I play Tyrion here? And I think the answer is, I do. I'm going to put my faith in the light, and we're going to hope that he was just out of hexes for Bolvar. Okay, he's not immediately excitedly dragging a card onto Tyrion, so that makes me happy. In fact, that makes me very happy. I mean, in this situation where you're on the cusp of maybe winning, if you have a hex for Tyrion, you are going to be like lightning from your hand. Let's take the hex! Get hexed! And yeah, yay, he doesn't have hex. Wonderful. So we're going to eat the fire elemental up, which is glorious. Oh, we may not if he gets Divine Shield, and he didn't. Although a full row of taunts. Be a while before we're damaging him. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he is. Because if he gets the 4 roll, he can trade the Zombie Chow. And he didn't. Whew, that was a fair risk by him. I can agree with that. I probably would have done exactly the same thing. So I certainly cannot complain there. And unfortunately, we draw muster for battle with a Knife Juggler. We're going to get rid of the zombie because we get the 5 health, which is lovely. We're going to... Oh, muster would actually get rid of the Ashbringer. But at the same time, it will win us the game, so I'm totally cool with doing it. Look at that! Kill all the things! And then make me very, very powerful. There we go. So next turn, we pretty much should be able to bring it home. There's not much he can do to stop any of this. I mean, he's very lucky that he's got those taunts in the way, and that he can trade off. Oh, and even more. Though with all my free damage stuff, I am, of course, going to nicely have a way of dealing with it. So what I'm going to do here is show you a little bit of why I'm loving my Recombobulator. We'll do that there. We actually won't finish it. What we will do is... maybe... Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll play Zombie Chow. And what we're going to get? We're going to get that, which really doesn't change anything. So either way, what I'm trying to do here with Recombobulator is... Look, we'll change him, and what we're going to get? Nice! A little bit of Vol'jin action! Isn't that wonderful? And in before he rolls spell power and lightning storms me. He's going to do it. He is totally going to do it. Any second now. But yeah, aggro decks always have a chance to just win, which is what happened with that Zoo. But I hope you can see that this deck is very solid in a control versus control matchup. I've got about 80% win with it so far, which is really lovely. And there we go, which will bring this episode to a close. Now, I did want to do another game, but it's, you know, we're getting quite a little bit into this. And I don't think watching very slow decks is that entertaining. I've pretty much gone over everything this deck is trying to do, and I'd rather return to Mechaments next time. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of a difference with my laddering. So for now, my name's been Rage. Remember to like if you've enjoyed this. Really does help, guys. Do appreciate it, and subscribe for more. Goodbye. You've been watching